Good evening and welcome to the second half of this home opener doubleheader between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Metropolitan State Roadrunners. The first game ended the Buffaloes' way 8-3. Will Shine, a complete game. Just all-around great game from the Buffaloes. And we're going second half of our doubleheader here. I'm Paxton Haynes along with Kieran Warger. Kieran, great first game from the Buffaloes. We got another one coming our way. And we hope for more of the same.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously that first game was electric for Colorado, walking away with a huge 8-3 dub over their neighbors just to the south in Denver. So I think coming into game number 2, you just got to keep that same energy. Keep your same energy about your guys and just make sure that they're all communicating on the right. They're all on the right page, obviously. And but Paxton, I must say, I think the biggest weakness for Colorado was those foul balls. I mean, they had some great opportunities to get those balls off, but they just weren't clean. They were going back behind the netting a bunch of times. That was really their biggest weakness, and obviously it didn't hurt them too much. But hopefully they can limit that coming into this game.
Yeah, they look to barrel up as much stuff as possible here in the second half of this doubleheader. So as for Metropolitan State, they went through 3 pitchers. Manny Nunez for them went over 100 pitches in their first game. Gave up 5 earned runs, 6 earned runs himself. I believe it was 5. And then the Buffs just continued to pile on. Got a pretty comfortable victory there with Shine finishing out himself with a big strikeout to end it. We'll have a pretty similar lineup coming your way. We'll be explaining that to you as we go along since we don't have a lineup card up here in the booth, but should be around the same. It'll be, looks like Hoffman's out there in center with Meyer out in left, Dwyer out in right, and then your infield will be Garcia at short. Over there at second base, it'll be Stafford. It'll be Lesh at short, and then Biberoche at third. Hamilton behind the dish. Looks like it'll be Mace, the starting pitcher for the Buffaloes. Trying to take a look at his number. Number 9. It's Jackson Estes. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Moreno. Victor Moreno. That's your starting pitcher this evening for the Buffaloes. Still working things out for this doubleheader in terms of lineups, but we'll have a game coming your way here shortly. The coaches already met at home plate. It'll be Aiden Henry again leading off for the Roadrunners, as Moreno looking to get things started again and hopefully get another win for the Buffs.
You can see Metro State warming up, getting ready to bat. They are locked in and ready to go. They're ready to get that W.
Final couple warm-up pitches coming from Moreno. Moreno loving the warm-up music he's got out there on the mound. Start to finish things up. A quick righty with a great fastball, great tail on it. Last pitch coming for Moreno's warm-up. throw from Hamilton. A little high. He overthrew the throw down to start the game last time, but ended up being all right. He had a good game behind the dish. All right, so here we go. Game 2 between the Buffaloes and Roadrunners here for this CU home opener. It's Aiden Henry at the plate, leading off again for the Roadrunners. Let's play ball here for the second half of this doubleheader. The pitch from Moreno outside to start the game, 1-0. Aiden Henry going 1 and 3. 1 for 4. He went 1 for 4 in the first game. That's now 2-0 on him. That pitch is hit, and it'll be over the head of the shortstop. Picking up the ball in left field. It's Bailey. Coming up now for the Roadrunners is number 15, it'll be Roger Richards Jr. He pinch hit in the last one and just had a ground ball to the first baseman. Now at the spot in the starting lineup, batting 2-hole. In the last game, the Buffaloes dealt with some traffic early in the first inning as well. They'll have to do the same here, as that first pitch is away for a ball. The pitch to Richards, a chopper to the first baseman, picked up by Moreno, and he'll tag him out along the baseline. Garcia was there under it, but Moreno was coming in hot. He scooped it up and made the tag. A nice play by him. Moving over to second is Henry. And it's 1 out. It's Elias Gonzalez now in the 3-hole. Runner on second. 1 out for him. Pitch from Moreno. Outside again to start the at-bat. Gonzalez had a single in the first game. His first at-bat of the day, that was. The 1-0. Outside again. 2-0. The righty-righty matchup here for Moreno. Both those first 2 pitches have been outside. Now it's in there, popped up and over the back netting, and he'll head over to Arapahoe Road behind us. So now 2-1 to Gonzalez. Outside again, 3-1. All those fastballs have been outside. Not very competitive pitches either. Does have to make a decision. Very much does Gonzalez. It's 3-1 now. That one's low. And a called strike, though, by the home plate umpire. The umpire is switching spots. Our home plate umpire from the last game now out there behind the pitcher's mound. Now Moreno with a full count. Here to Gonzalez. Popped up, trying to get under it, and the catch is made. There by Lawrence. So 2 outs now. Runner still on second for Metro. It'll be Manny Nunez. He was in the 3-hole, and that's the starting pitcher for Metro in the last game. That's the first pitch from Moreno. Gets away from Hamilton below the plate, and Henry will advance to third. So wild pitch now moves Henry up 90 feet. And he's only 90 feet now away for Nunez. Still 2 outs, so sac fly is not going to cut. He's going to have to get a base hit. (1-0) now to Manny Nunez. In there for a strike. 1-1. Henry at third. 1-1 to Nunez. Outside, ball 2. Nunez, I assume, will be DHing this game after throwing over 100 pitches in the first one, as that is hit to Lorenzo over short. He'll scoop it up, throw it over to first, and it's over the head of Garcia and into the Metro dugout. That throw was way over the head of Garcia at first base, and the Metro State Roadrunners strike first. Here it's 1-0 Metropolitan State.
Looking to flip the script here. Going into game number 2. This was the case during the fall ball season a couple times as well.
E6 for Lorenz. It's now runner back at second base for Metro. Up now for them is Chris Wines. Pitch from Moreno. Outside, ball 1. The 1-0 from Moreno. Low pitch got chopped at and foul. Moreno giving up a run here in the first inning, and now having to deal with Nunez out there on second base. He's got Wines in front of him. Metro striking first after the Buffaloes did in the last one. The 1-1 from Moreno. Strike 2. Good fastball in there. Found the outside edge. One, 2 now for Moreno with 2 outs in this inning. Chris Wines will call time. Start the routine again. Getting back in the box now. Moreno the pitch. It's low. Holding up was Wines. He didn't swing. And now we're 2-2. Hamilton back there behind the dish. Working a little bit. He had that wild pitch earlier. That one dropped him to his knees to make sure it didn't get behind him. Now the 2-2. Runner goes. The throw to third. Not in time. Nunez with the wheels. He gets to third base. Stealing it. So now runner on third again. This is the position that Nunez drove in Henry with. The count will be full for Moreno. Payoff pitch. Outside, well outside. And coming home, no, he'll stay at third, does Henry. It's a walk for Wines, as that pitch didn't even come close. So now runners at first and third, as the infield will come in to check in on Moreno. quick meeting with the infield. It'll be Rodriguez, the big number 99 for Metro. He's batting sixth. The pitch was up, and then coming home now is Nunez. So a classic steal second and then come home play from Metro as Lyons went and got second. The pitch was a little high, and then Hamilton throwing it down allowed for Gonzalez to reach Nunez, to come across easily. So now it's 2-0 Metropolitan State, as that is a shot from Rodriguez, but it is straight to Lorenzo over there at shortstop. That'll do it for the top of the first. It's 2-0 Metro. The Buffaloes offense will be coming up next with a couple of runs to make up.
Hey Buff fans, welcome back to an awesome Go Buff Sports live show. I'm Brittany Garcia.
And I'm Hannah Howell.
And we got a show full of Big 12 tournament madness to combine antics.
We have a really packed live show, so buckle up and let's tackle it.
Exciting news for our future NFL Buffs out of Indianapolis after the NFL Combine. Every prospect is given a grade 1 through 10 scale through score factors in both production and athleticism of the athlete using next-gen stats. The NFL gathers the data and creates a ranking with a grade of 6.89. Travis Hunter earned the third best score in the class. Without combine drills, Hunter took a dent in the athleticism score. Even without, he finished as the top-graded cornerback.
Though Travis didn't participate in drills or workouts during the Combine, he was no stranger to the press in speaking on his mentality. Let's take a closer look.
In the NFL, I got my own unique play style. I play both sides of the ball. Not that many people in the NFL have done it. Everybody know I can light up a room just by walking in. I always have a smile on my face. I bring the excitement, and I'm a great communicator. I did some meetings at receiver, did some meetings at DB, so it's still up in the air. I mean, nobody have done it, but I feel like I'll put my body through a lot. I do a lot of treatment. People don't get to see that part, what I do for my body to make sure I'm 100% each game, but I feel like I can do it because nobody have done it, and I know I can do it. I did it at college level, which the game is, we rarely get breaks, and it's a lot more breaks in the NFL. I mean, yeah, I will hope for them to let me go out and earn the other position, but it's up to them, not me. What makes his game so special? His accuracy and his love for the game. Toughest corner, probably from either Nebraska or Oklahoma State, and the toughest receiver is definitely
Hoffman.
So the starting pitcher for the Roadrunners here in Game 2, it'll be Leo Boberschmidt. He'll face the leadoff Nate Hoffman to start things off for the Buffaloes. First pitch from Boberschmidt is in there for a strike.
Baxter going down by 2 in the bottom of the first inning. I mean, can't lose that momentum, and Hoff right here is looking like he's going to restore that for his Buffs team.
Pitch to Hoffman. That one's away for a ball, 1-1. Hoffman in the first game. He got a single, second at bat, as that one's in there for a strike. And then reached by error, had a strikeout and a fly out to his name. So looking to add on to that, get some more hits here in Game 2 as the leadoff. As that was in there, swing and a miss. Boberschmidt got him. And going down is Hoffman.
Right fielder, number 25, Colin Dwyer.
Colin Dwyer in the 2-hole now. Game 1, he was the 5-hole. This time, a couple ranks up the lineup. First pitch at him swung on into the back netting for strike 1.
That's a little unnerving if you're sitting in these bleachers or if you're even up here in the box with us. Having that come straight back is not a pretty sight. Luckily, there's netting there to protect us.
So Dwyer now swung on again to the back net, same spot. Dwyer this afternoon had a double there, a big one, in the 5th inning. Scoring some runs, and the guy hit, walked, and a fly out. As that pitch is in there for a strike on the outside, strike 3. So 2 strikeouts to start the day for Boberschmidt.
Number 27, Andrew Garcia.
Couple of strikeouts to start the day for the Buffaloes. Not how you want to get things going when the Roadrunners put up two themselves in the first. It'll be Garcia. Garcia taking that pitch. He's at first base today, as he was for the first game. The 1-0 to him, outside. 2-0. Base is empty for Garcia. That one is low. Won't get the call from the home plate umpire. 3-0 now for Garcia. Fouled off again. Swinging 3-0 is Garcia. (3-1) to number 27. Garcia in game 1, so good. 2 doubles and 2 big strikes. Multiple RBIs on the day. As the pitch to him, that one's outside. He drops the walk.
Designated hitter number 20, Luca Genovese.
Luca Genovese in the 4-hole for the Buffaloes today. He had that big home run, batting 2-hole in the first game, in the first inning. That just started the surplus of runs for the Buffs. As that first pitch is in there for a strike to him. Genovese had another single in that game. As the 0-1 pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Genovese DHing again today. The 1-1 coming his way. That pitch is low. 2-1 now. He's got Garcia over there on first base after drawing that walk. Yo, Boberschmidt. That one's high. 3-1 now to Genovese. Boberschmidt. Not as many strikes now in these last 2 at-bats as he found earlier. As that one's in there for a strike. It's 3-2 full now. 2 outs for the Buffs here in the bottom of the first. Looking to chip at that Metro 2-0 lead. The Bobcats is called by his dugout. He'll deliver the pitch. Going is Garcia. That pitch is low, and it's a walk. Or I'm sorry, it's strike 3. called strike three. Not a very obvious signal from the home plate umpire, but strike three, and that'll do it for the bottom of the first.
At the end of the first inning, your score, Colorado 0, MSU 2.
So that'll do it for the first inning. It's 2-0 Metro. The Buffaloes couldn't get anything going there in the first, and they'll have to start again in the second. We'll see then.
T-Mac from Arizona. I'm very confident. I believe he's definitely the best quarterback in this draft.
What's more difficult, you do in football or what
Probably me, what I do in football, because it's a lot on your body. You know, Tunney, he's a great player, but you got to do a lot in football. I used to watch a lot of Jerry Jeudy because he's from Florida and I'm from Florida, so I kind of copy his movements a lot. But other than that, there's really no other player that I stout my game after.
It's no question Hunter is a generational talent on both sides of the ball. He proves day in and day out his ability to make big plays at the biggest moments. His catching ability is anchored by his focus and strength to make those sudden grabs. However, scouts are concerned that his high-flying playing style will result in his high contact. This is a huge concern with regard to higher weight classes. On the defensive side, his range makes him a huge standout at cornerback. Overall, the league expects Hunter's talent on defense to take a paramount as his NFL journey starts.
Like Hunter, Shedeur Sanders was also given a combine grade. Not participating in drills hurt his athleticism score as well, with a 6.3 grade. Sanders was placed just below Miami quarterback Cam Ward. However, his production score of 87 was the best of all quarterbacks. It is clear that Sanders' on-field play is what he trusts in most. This slight could be extra motivation for the quarterback, who's known to keep receipts.
Perhaps the most striking part of the combine was for Sanders wasn't on the field, however, or any of his physical attributes.
Here for the second inning now, it's 2-0 Roadrunners up against the Buffaloes in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Leading off the inning for Metro, it's Jordan Berger finding his way into the lineup for Game 2. Number 2 now, he took that first pitch for a ball. The pitch from Moreno. Swung on, popped up into the air. Moreno looking to get under it, taking off his hat, and he can't make the grab. Safe at first is Berger after he got a little too close to second. They went to check on him. He'll stay at first, safe there. And so an error from the pitcher, Victor Moreno, unable to catch that fly ball. So now run around first again to start the inning for Metro. Look at Nick Armbrust now. Armbrust pitching in relief in the first game. And the first pitch to him is into the dirt, and moving up is Berger. Unable to make the pick was Hamilton there behind the dish. So now quickly a runner at second. Moreno having to deal with base runners again. Facing Armbrust. Pitch is swung on and fouled over there to the left side. Pitch to Armbrust. Swung on and missed. A good pitch from Moreno. Got the big swing and miss from the first baseman. Now we're 1-2. Pitch from Moreno. Foul ball behind him. Hanging around his Armbrust. Battling with 2 strikes on him. The 30th pitch of the outing from Moreno is low. 2-2. Moreno getting the signal into Armbrust. And a great pitch. Moreno thought he had the called strike 3. But no dice from our home plate umpire. as well as Hoffman out there in center. He thought that was a called strike three. It looked good to us up here in the booth. If that pitch is going to be foul, out to the parking lot. Full count. Armbrust with no outs. Berger on second. Ball 4. So Nick Armbrust drawing the walk. It'll be Garcia. As out comes the pitching coach for the Buffaloes. We'll talk things over. Moreno, a little bit of struggles here early in the game. Of course, you compare it to Will Shine, who had a complete game in Game 1, just dicing up that Metro lineup. Moreno coming after him, having to deal with some traffic here in the first 2 innings. Already 2 runs against. He'll stay out there and face Garcia. Runner goes. That pitch goes to the backstop, and they'll advance no problem. Another wild pitch from Moreno. Now the runners move up, forces her out of play. It's second and third for Garcia. (1-0) to number 10. In there for a strike. (1-1), no outs. Moreno having to work out of a jam here. The pitch is up and away. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now. To the 9 hole in the lineup, Garcia. High fly ball, waning foul, and trying to make a catch. He does. Making the catch was Bailey out in left field. However, run's going to score because of that. Jordan Berger coming home, so it's a sac fly for Garcia, and it's now 3-0 Roadrunners. That pitch was foul, Kieran, and making the catch was Bailey.
Oh man, that was I get what Bailey was trying to do there, but I mean that's a tough seed. I mean, force the Roadrunners to get back on the board, obviously.
So now back to the top of the lineup. It's Aiden Henry.
This game is looking a lot like Game 1 was for Colorado. Roadrunners finding their momentum.
Over to the Rents at shortstop, and between the wickets. Another error for this Buffalo's defense, and Henry will reach safely. Tough go so far for this Buffs defense. Struggling a little bit with wild pitches and errors. So still 1 out on this inning from the fly ball to left. But now multiple runners on again that Moreno will have to work with. Down to Richards Jr. in the 2 hole. The 4th pitch of the outing. Still the 2nd inning. That pitch is in there for a strike. A good pitch from Moreno, too. The 0-1. That one's outside. 1-1 now for Roger Richards. Pitch to center field. Hoffman getting under it, was right at him. And that's an easy out. That's what you need here. 2 outs. Hard line drive, but right to Hoffman. So now that'll bring up Elias Gonzalez. Victor Moreno having to find a way now. 2 outs. That pitch is outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off. 1-1 now. Pitch from Moreno. A good pitch in there. Was inside, then tailed back into the zone. 1-2. 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Buffaloes need to get out of here. That pitch is just outside for ball 2. 3-0 Metro with another run in the scoring position. Have to get this out here. Cannot let this inning extend any longer. The pitch from Moreno. And another foul ball. That pitch has looked really good for Moreno. Inside and tailing back into the zone at the last second. We'll see if they dial it up again. It's 2-2. Swung on and fouled back to Arapahoe. Gonzalez making Moreno earn it. 2-2 pitch. Out to center field. Hoffman giving chase, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder. A good catch by Dwyer, and that'll do it for the top of the second. So another run added on by Metro State. It's now 3-0 Roadrunners. Here are the Buffaloes with a chance to respond coming up next.
For that matter, what most scouts and general managers were most attentive to for the quarterback prospect was his media day press conference. Among other things, Sanders stated that he will not be attending the draft in person, which will be held in Green Bay this year. Let's take a look at some of those highlights from that presser.
I've been through 6 different OCs, so I'm able to adjust to any offense and every scheme and make it work. We went from Jackson State to Colorado and changed 2 programs back to back. So you don't think I could come to an NFL franchise and change the program again? It's history. We done it again. It's always going to repeat itself. I'm truly thankful. My dad was able to assemble a staff. He was able to assemble because there's knowledge everywhere. We're able to talk to the running back coach, receiver coaches, defensive coordinators, all these different types of coaches to give you their perspective on what you need to improve on and grow at. So I'm realistic. I know what I need to improve on. I know what I need to grow at. And year by year, cut on the tape, those mistakes cut down. NFL wide receivers I fantasize throwing to Travis Hunter, LeJontay Wester, Will Shepard, and Jimmy Horn. I'm most proud about my mental. Yeah, because I know nothing can faze me, no pressure, no situation. These cameras, nothing faze me. I grew up with it. That's the plan. If that's not what you're trying to do, don't get me. If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the culture, don't get me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over, and I've done it over and over and over, so it should be no question why an NFL franchise should pick me. Now the thing is, I respect a lot of quarterbacks here. They put a lot of hard work in to get to this point. So it's kudos to them. It's truly respect, but I know what I bring to the table. No, it's extremely important to keep your mental in the best place because that's what my game is played. My game's not played from my legs and not even just my arm. So I know longevity, the all-time greats, what's Tom Brady's best trait? His mental. He's able to think. So if you have those traits of greatness and I know where I'm heading, then why wouldn't the franchise pick me? You got the ultimate cheat code. The number of where you go don't matter.
At the plate now, Richie Biberoche for the Buffaloes. .3-0 deficit for the Buffaloes, looking to make things up with the heart of the lineup here. As that first ball is a ball. Biberoche with a solid day the first time. A couple walks, a couple strikeouts. That is a drive to left, getting under it and making the grab. So 1 out for the Buffaloes. Gonna have to get some balls down here.
Second baseman number 15, Charlie Lesh.
Charlie Lesh now for the Buffaloes. Funny, the walk-up song changed. Turns out the Chapel Roan earlier in the day was not his true walk-up song. More of a joke, more of a gag. Worked for him though. He had a great day.
Oh yeah, I think that was his motivation for sure. I
Back
mean,
to
Kendrick's
his-
motivating as well, but
Yeah,
Can't
back
be
to his
Chapel.
Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Also a great song. As that one's in there for a strike. 1-1 to Lesh. Pitch to Lesh, that's outside. Ball 2. The 2-1 pitch from Bower Schmidt. Thrown out into center field, and it'll get down for a single. That's what the Buffs need to get things going here. Charlie Lesh just poking it out. Fell there in that no man's land behind the second baseman in front of the center fielder. Evan Lawrence now. That's short for the second game. He wasn't in the lineup the first one. One out for Lawrence, and he's got to run around first. Lesh is over there. We'll see if the Buffaloes want to get anything going on the base paths, maybe, as that first pitch is low for a ball. Lesh getting a big lead on that first pitch.
Lesh thought about stealing second there for a second.
Next pitch is in there for a called strike. I love it when the umpires call the strikes before the pitch even hits the catcher's glove. Lawrence now facing the 1-1. Is in there for a strike. Right there on that outside edge. It was a good pitch. 1-2 now. Lawrence will have to battle, find a way on. And a good fastball gets popped up into the air. Getting under it is Armbrust. He'll make the grab. 2 outs now for the Buffaloes. It'll be Jack Hamilton coming up looking to string together a couple of hits. Start a potential 2-out rally.
Hamilton.
Pitch from Bower Schmidt. Bower Schmidt's been great so far. Is fouled off. A lot of weak contact coming from the Buffaloes. Bower Schmidt has caused that. He's been great. Jack Hamilton now behind the dish again. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time. And now getting to third as that throw got away. So a free 90 feet. Charlie Lesh still second and then got to third on an error. So now runner right there for Hamilton to drive in.
It's a perfect opportunity for the Buffs to capitalize and get back on the board here.
They need it. Down 3 runs.
It's up to Hamilton.
That pitch is outside and away from the catcher. Here comes Lesh, and he's in safely, standing up. The Buffs get on the board, 3-1 now. Metro still leads. But Hamilton now, a little less pressure as Lesh goes all the way from first base, stealing second, getting a third on error, and then coming home on a wild pitch, making things easy for Hamilton. Now he's just looking to keep the inning alive.
Lights are coming on here now at Scott Carpenter. There's an ominous buzz looming overhead.
And the pitch from Hamilton, it gets through. Big single, Jack Hamilton. Good solid contact. That's really the first barrel of the day for Colorado.
Number 13, Mason Bailey.
Wrapping up the lineup now, it's Mason Bailey out in left field. Pitches in there for a strike. Bailey in the lineup today, senior from Missouri. As that pitch looks like it might get downed. It is not a good sliding grab made over at second base, spoiling Bailey's potential hit. So that'll do it for the second inning. Buffs get 1 run back. They're down 2 now. It's now 3-1 Metro after 2.
Like I say, and it's why I reference Tom Brady because he was the best of the best in all categories. He didn't go first. So the number getting picked don't matter. I wasn't the top-rated quarterback coming out of high school because it's a lot of exterior things that people like and they don't like about me. And I'm realistic, and I'm realistic about my family and everything that people say.
Shador's comments have been incredibly polarizing in the scouting world, with some quarterbacks coaches calling his attitude unprofessional and overconfident, while others have praised him for his leadership and outspokenness as he gets ready for the highest level.
With the combine behind us, we have the most complete scouting report yet from the league until Pro Day in a few weeks. Let's see the reaction around the league on Sanders' updated report. Several scouts are impressed so far by his ability to extend plays as well as make big playoff platforms or with his legs, despite having a below-average offensive line protecting him. His most notable weakness, however, is his response to pressure, including bailing on plays early, eluding his own blockers with his pocket movement, and holding onto the ball too late for massive sacks. Some scouts are worried how he will respond to the most relentless mobile edge rushers in the league, who pursue a lot harder than college. It is time now to take you to Mia Driscoll and Nick Evans with this week's Buff Banner. Let's have a look.
Hey Buff fans, you're here with Mia Driscoll and Nick Evans for this week's Buff Banner. This week's topic is Shador Sanders, and does his confidence hurt or help him? We've seen a lot of emotion, and it's been described in a couple different ways. Some call it passionate, energetic. Most recently at the NFL Combine, he was called brash and arrogant by an NFL coach. Nick, how do you want to get us started with this?
Yeah, well, I like the way you introduced that. We've seen a lot of alleged comments from AFC executives and different scouts. A lot of teams that are looking at Shador right now is from the AFC. And a lot of reports are saying that they're negative. But at the same time, you see so many positive comments from scouts, from internet personnel.
Top 3 now between the Buffaloes and Roadrunners. Roadrunners up 3-1. It'll be Manny Nunez, the DH, starting things up. Nunez, big hitter for the Roadrunners, pitching in that first game as well. Pitch number 50 of the outing coming in from Moreno. It's away for a ball.
This is certainly a flip script for the pitchers on the Buffaloes since game 1.
That pitch is in there for a strike. One now coming to Manny Nunez. It's low. Ball 2. The pitch to Nunez is in there for a strike. 2-2 now. Moreno a lot better with getting those pitches in there by that zone. That second inning, a little bit wild. That one's outside. Three-two now, the full count. Victor Moreno with the pitch. Up into the air, but it's going to go foul. Ball crowd by some fans out there. Nunez now fighting with a full count, looking for his pitch. The full count payoff pitch is a walk. So Nunez draws it.
Second baseman, number 23, Chris Wines.
It'll be Chris Wines now, second baseman. He made that nice sliding play out there, robbing Lawrence to end the inning. As out comes the coach for the Buffaloes. Looks like we might get a change here at pitcher. And we will. Moreno hands the ball off. That'll do it for his day. He goes only 2 innings. He started the 3rd inning, but that'll do it. It's Ryder Jacques. He'll be the pitcher. Coming in relief from Moreno. So now up for the Roadrunners, it'll be Chris Wines. He'll be the first one that Ryder Jacques left to face, the submarine pitcher. Jacques left to deal with a runner on first and no outs. Throws it over to first base, checking in on Nunez. The lefty submarine to make his first pitch. It's a swinging strike. Oh, 1 fouled out to the right side in car territory. Luckily, it hits pavement.
That's yours right there.
That was close. Nearly hit my little beamer over there.
You won't throw that.
Luckily, I'm parked on the
0-2
far
now.
end of that little lot. This one's going to be fouled back again.
Jacques throwing a lot of strikes here to start. Submarine pitchers, always a mixed bag. Seems he's doing all right to start. That one's well outside, and that's the danger of submarine pitchers right there, as those misses tend to be some pretty wild misses, at least from my experience playing baseball. So they're going to move up to second. Nunez is there, advancing on the wild pitch. It'll be 1-2 now. The pitch from Jacques. Taking a look at Nunez. Now he delivers outside. Two now. Wines. He'll take another one. 3-2, 3 consecutive balls now after Jacques was up 0-2. Wines hasn't swung the bat yet this at-bat. Or I'm sorry, he did the first pitch. Back in there is Wines. 3-2 payoff pitch coming from Jacques. He delivers, and it's outside. That's ball 4. Wines didn't know it. So now Jacques loses him, and it'll bring up Rodriguez, sorry. The right fielder got 2 runners on and no outs. Love's getting another arm ready out there as the runner goes. Throw to third, not in time. Nunez is safe at third. Bibiros thought he might have gotten him, but called safe by the field ump. For the Buffs, looks like it's Aiden Bartz out there warming up in left field. Might see him come in a little later. See if Jacques can get out of this jam, though. Still no outs. That pitch to Rodriguez is high, 1-0.
Someone just said,
Pitch.
let's go Aaron Judge over there.
Drive out to right, and it is caught. Out there, line drive. Good catch by Dwyer. As in comes the run, Nunez scores. The lead is back to 3. 4-1 Roadrunners. The sacrifice fly from Rodriguez. He'll get an RBI for that. 1 out now. Runner stays at first. As up comes Jordan Berger. He reached on that pop fly that wasn't able to be caught by the infield. First pitch is high. 1-0. Checking in on first base. He's safe there. And fouled back now. So 1-1 to Berger. It's 1-1 coming from Ryder Jacques. Runner goes, and there's going to be no throw. Wasn't caught by Jack Hamilton behind the plate. So the runner advances defensive indifference. Jacques, the 2-1. Little inside, ball 3. Ryder Jacques, need this out here. 3-1 pitch. And it is fouled into the netting, so now it's full. Berger with the tap of his helmet, ready to go. Big 3-2 pitch coming. Delivery from down below the dirt. Fouled off again. Jordan Berger hanging around. A good battle between him and Jacques here. Wine standing out there on second base. Another 3-2 pitch coming. Here's Jacques, runner goes, and it's a walk. Another outside pitch. So moving up to third base is Wines, and then getting to first on the base on balls is Berger. It'll be Nick Armbrust now. He walked his first time up. Armbrust with split base runners. First pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1. Another called strike. Armbrust seen 2 of them now. He has to fight out of this 0-2 position. Looking to drive in Wines from third base. Pitch from Ryder is outside. 1-2. Still 1 out. Buffaloes have to get this guy. With Garcia there standing in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Good catch from Hamilton. Hamilton didn't know that there were only 2 outs. And moving up to second is Berger. Wow, Hamilton walked away from the play thinking there were 3 outs. There was, in fact, only 1 out, 2 outs after Armbrust struck out. And Berger wasted no time running up to second base. So another blunder from this Buffalo's defense. Now it's 2 runners in scoring position as the 9-hole Garcia looking to make something out of it. He had a sac fly in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Ryder Jacques. That pitch is inside. Garcia in there has been the 9-hole both games. Made something out of it, though, as that pitch is in there. It's over to Lawrence. It's short. The throw to first is in time. A great catch there by Garcia to scoop it up. And that'll do it for the top of the third. The Roadrunners strand 2 runners at second and third. They add on a run, though, in this inning. It's 4-1 Metro after the top of the third. Buffs offense up next.
About 91-75.
Refreshing it is to have a quarterback that goes.
And it's been described in a couple different ways. Some call it passionate, energetic. Most recently at the NFL Combine, he was called brash and arrogant by an NFL coach. Nick, how do you want to get us started with this?
Yeah, well, I like the way you introduced that. We've seen a lot of alleged comments from AFC executives and different scouts. A lot of teams that are looking at Shedeur right now is from the AFC. And a lot of reports are saying that they're negative. But at the same time, you see so many positive comments from scouts, from internet personality. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, which one is the more dominant perspective and what may be the negative comments. They're not as many of them. They're just kind of the louder ones. Because we see so many of these. He's arrogant, he's overconfident. He's not going to back up his game. But at the same time, you see so many of these overwhelmingly positive comments on Shedeur. So it just makes you wonder.
I think it's interesting too, the negative comments that we got most recently are anonymous. And a lot of the comments that we see are other athletes that have these big personas that do back up their game and do have that cockiness and that swagger. And I think it's interesting that that's how it was approached and how it was released in a statement. I think that Shedeur's been around that obviously his whole life, and we've seen it with Dion, and I think that it brought so much energy here in Boulder, and I think that it totally turned this program around, as we've seen. And I think that's definitely something that they want to do wherever Shedeur ends up going. I think that he's looking, when we talk about the Cowboys, turning a franchise around and having that quarterback that has that big name. And like we've said, why wouldn't you have that confidence? You're an NFL quarterback. You don't want your quarterback going in timid, especially as a rookie.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just saw earlier in the show the combine comments, the stuff that he made. He didn't throw in the combine, didn't do drills, but he still was able to talk to the media.
It'll be leadoff man Nathan Hoffman looking to start up
Center fielder,
a rally
number
here.
17, Nathan Hoffman.
Buffaloes need 3 runs, still plenty of time, only in the 3rd inning. But he'd love to start things here now. And start with this guy, Hoffman. First pitch is swung at and fouled off. Hoffman with the swinging strikeout his first time up. That pitch is low. 1-1 now. Bobber Schmidt still in there for the Roadrunners. He's been quite solid thus far. The pitch to Hoffman is in there for a strike. Catcher didn't catch it, but still called a strike by the home plate umpire. Now the 1-2 is, that was more of a strike than the last one, but called a ball. So 2-2 now to Nate Hoffman. Still in the center fielder. Would be huge to get on base here to start this 3rd inning. Bobber Schmidt will step off the mound, start it again. Dwyer on deck there for the Buffs. Here comes Bobber Schmidt. 2-2. Swung on, fouled off again.
Yeah, the vocal nature of the Buffs dugout right now, I think it's making the dogs in the park go crazy.
40th pitch from Bobber Schmidt is swung on and miss. Not a great swing from Hoffman. It was a good pitch from Leo Bobber Schmidt, and he got him.
Right fielder, number 25, Colin Dwyer.
The right fielder, Dwyer, he went down looking his first time up. Got to get something started here at the Buffaloes here in the top of the order. Dwyer, the 2-hole, will get the pitch from Bobber Schmidt. Swung on a miss. Big swing from Dwyer. Try to get it all back with one swing there. Now 0-1 to him. Holds up that time. That one's outside for a ball. Pitch from Bobber Schmidt. Another big swing and a miss from Dwyer. Down 1-2 now. Garcia on deck for the Buffaloes. He had a walk in the first inning. Dwyer now fouls it off. Dwyer fighting now. Down 2 strikes to his 1 ball. Here comes Bobberschmidt. Swung on and missed. He got him. Dwyer not a fan, not happy with himself after that. But it's another strikeout. So Hoffman and Dwyer.
Andrew Garcia.
Hoffman and Dwyer with 4 Ks combined between them, the 1 and 2 hole. It's Andrew Garcia now. Walking the first inning. Trying to start a 2-out rally here for the Buffaloes. They need any base runners they can right now, down 3. And it's swung on and out into left center field. It'll get down. Unable to make the grab out and left, and it's a single.
What a beauty.
For Andrew Garcia. Good start. Now here's Genovese.
Number 20, Luca Genovese.
Buffs need to string together. He's at bats now. Here's Genovese. Pitches in there for a strike. Garcia out there on first base. We'll see if they send him, but I doubt they will. Genovese will have to do it with his bat. That pitch is up and away. One to Luca, the home run hitter from game 1. That one's low. 2-1. Throw over to Garcia. It was close, but he's safe. No slide from Garcia coming back into first base. Leo Bobberschmidt now 50 pitches with that one. And it's swung on and fouled off behind into the back netting. Genovese to the last strike of the inning for him. And it's called strike 3. Another looking strikeout for the Buffaloes. Their second of the day. And that'll do it after 3 innings. Metro State is still up 3. It's 4-1 Roadrunners. We will see you after the break.
And you looked at Travis' comments. He skipped so many of them. He didn't say anything about any NFL teams. He's kind of dodging around them. Where Shadur kind of took it head on, and he was focused on, making a good impression for teams. And he was asked a lot, just honestly, what should teams expect from you? What should fan bases expect when they draft you? And he told them plainly, he wants to completely change the culture. He's going to be brash. That's just his confidence. And, he mentioned it. His father was like that, and he turned around the Falcons from where they were, in the Favre days. So you just have to expect that from Shadur. And we've seen comments from Browns fans, Titan fans that might take Shadur, and they don't hate him at all. They don't think he's overconfident. They're like, we need this right now. Our franchise is in a bad spot. You don't know how refreshing it is to have a quarterback that goes in there confident, and he knows he's going to change the atmosphere in that locker room.
Yeah. Going back to bigger names that have defended him, Stephen A. Smith on First Take, he said, what is he supposed to be as a quarterback entering the NFL? You can't be insecure and succeed. You can't have doubts on your abilities. He has a resume that backs up his confidence. What do you see from that? Obviously, Stephen A. Smith, he's got a lot of controversial opinions, but this is one that I think can be backed up in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he said so much. That was like a whole 10-minute thing that he was talking about Shadur. And he mentioned it, his father is Deion Sanders. I'm sure there's so many people that remember that he was someone that was really cocky and backed it up, and I'm sure that made a lot of people upset. And so now you have his son trying to do the same thing. A lot of people aren't reacting positively about that, but, I think Steve.
With the 4th inning now between the Buffaloes and Roadrunners, it's 4-1 Metro. It'll be the top of the order again for the Roadrunners, starting with Aiden Henry, the center fielder. Still in there on the mound, it's Ryder Jacques, the submarine pitcher. called strike one. Second pitch of the at-bat is low, gets away from Hamilton. No one on though, so now it's 1-1. Jacques Ryder, the freshman. That pitch is away. 2-1. That one's a ball as well. So 3-1. Ryder Jacques facing Aiden Henry, leadoff hitter for Metro. The pitch is a little bit of a weird. It's going to get down and safe. Oh, man, what a close play. Bit of a weird play as that one just got past the sliding Ryder Jacques, but then a throw from Lawrence. Buffalo's not a fan at all of that safe call. It was bang, bang. The umpires will talk it over. See if they overturn this one. They keep it as safe. So Aiden Henry with the wheels, able to outrun. Buff's still not happy. But it'll be an infield single for Aiden Henry. Bringing up Roger Richards Jr. First pitch to him is up. Pitch number 30 from Ryder Jacques, that was. The 1-0. Swung on, out to short. They look to turn two here. There's one, and it'll be no throw to first base. They'll just get Henry out at second. So fielder's choice for Richards Jr.
Third baseman, number 5, Elias Gonzalez.
It'll be Gonzalez now, 3-hole. He'll just have a runner on first, like Richards had, following the fielder's choice. That one's outside. These submarine pitchers, him being a lefty, this righty batter, when they're outside, you know they're outside right away. That one's in there. A good pitch from Jacques. One now to Elias Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. Not a pretty swing at all. A really good pitch from Ryder Jacques. One out, 1-2, one on. Here in this 3-run ball game. Swing and a miss. He got him. Big strikeout for the Buffaloes. They needed that. First K of the day for Jacques. It'll be Manny Nunez, who's just terrorized the Buffaloes all day at the plate. That pitch is in there for a strike. Jacques feeling it right now. Those pitchers finding the zone really well. 0-1, 2 outs. Runner goes. The throw down to second is an errant throw. It'll go into center field. So the Richards will be safe at second. The throw was in time, but just not at all close. So that'll be 1-1. Ryder Jacques with the base runner behind him. That one's in there for a strike. Good pitch. 1-2. Jacques throwing a lot of strikes right now. Looking to get out of here. The pitch to Nunez. Fouled off. Sharp out there to the right side. It hit a car. There's actually a lady in that car that got hit. Luckily, no damage, or at least it seems so from the press box.
If that hit someone out there, that is a tough.
So now the
save.
1-2 pitch. Runner goes low. So 2-2. Runner advances. There's no throw from Hamilton. Richards now having stolen second and third during Nunez's at-bat. The pitch up into the air. Hoffman will perch below it. He'll make an easy grab, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth. So Jacques dealing with some base runners again, but a 0 for the Roadrunners. And now the Buffaloes look to respond here. They need to respond here in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be coming up.
Stephen A is right. You know, he had so much to say about Shadur. You know, he's a person of color trying to be, you know, really confident, and that might not rub some of these GMs or executives the right way. But he's right. You know, you really have to have that attitude, because you can't just be a product of a system when you're a team like the Titans or the Browns, who are not in a good spot right now. You know, you can't just keep what they're doing because they're not in a good spot, and you can't change the atmosphere by just being like, whatever, you know, it's whatever coach wants me to be and blah, blah, blah. Whereas he's someone that is directly challenging what those teams are. And if you're a fan of that team, that's exactly what you want. And so to me, it doesn't come off as, you know, overconfident when he's someone that has the power to back that up.
And, you know, someone else who's also an NFL prospect at the draft was Cam Ward, and he had similar confident takes. He said, if you don't draft me, that's your fault. You've got to remember you're the team that's got to play me for the rest of my career, and I'll remember that. So at the end of the day, it's not just Shadur. This is a new culture of players that are getting bigger names before they go pro, and we're just going to have to see how that plays out and see how they take a hold of it.
Yeah, well, NIL era is officially here, and now players are making probably more money than they'll get as a rookie. Yeah. And now you have to deal with that. You know, that's just how it's going to be. You're going to have big names because they just got all that money, all those endorsements, all those eyes on them. Social media is at a new platform, and you're just going to have to deal with that. And I love that Cam Ward's kind of taking that on, because I really want to see them be two rivals, you know, maybe stay in the same conference, maybe even same division.
Here in the bottom half of the fourth inning.
Third baseman, number 7, Richie Biberoche.
Great call from my color guy there on the mic here at Scott Carpenter Park, introducing Richie Biberoche here to start the bottom of the fourth for the Buffaloes. First pitch is swung on and missed. Biberoche chatting it up with the catcher and umpire, talking about how early he is on those pitches from Boberschmidt. That one is just low and away enough for a ball. 1-1 now. Biberoche flew out to left his first time up. Good pitch in there for a strike. That was quite good. 1-2 now. Biberoche has to fight. Time is called and granted. Right as Leo Boberschmidt was in his windup, but granted the timeout was Biberoche. Wait a minute, strike 2. Still 1-2. Biberoche, he'll swing and miss. Metro having some fun out there. They're up 3.
15,
and so
Charlie Lesh.
those balls getting thrown over the third baseman and going around the horn is just something to laugh about right now with a solid lead right now. It's Charlie Lesh, the second baseman, looking to start things up for the Buffaloes. Someone's got to start it up. That pitch is high. Lesh, as always, giving a little bit of Soto shuffle essence. The 1-0 now is a called strike. Lesh went down to his knee to take that one. Back in there now. 1-1 coming from Boberschmidt. Swung on, sent out to right field. And easily corralled out there in right field.
Shortstop, number 11, Judd Stafford.
So it'll be Judd Stafford coming in to pinch hit for Evan Lawrence. He'll take his spot at short. And looking to be a spark plug here for this Buffaloes offense. He shows bunt, laying it down, having to make a play. No, it'll go foul. Solid bunt, but unable to get out of that circle there. Judd Stafford will run back. Now we'll have a conversation between the Metro coach and home plate umpire. Seems like something objecting to Stafford's bunt just now. He'll head back. As Bauer Schmidt, 59 pitches. The 60th will be on the way of his outing. He's made it all the way through. 3 1/3 inning. Waiting to deliver the 0-1 pitch to Stafford. Back in there now. Stafford taking the 0-1 pitch. Swung, big drive to left. It'll get down. Could be extra bases for Stafford. And he'll keep it rolling. No. He'll hold it at first base. Looked good, but the left fielder got there quickly. So, a single for Judd Stafford, the pinch hitter. What the Buffaloes needed. With 2 outs now, they look to rally here.
Catcher, number 18, Jack Hamilton.
Jack Hamilton now. Looking to make something happen with 2 outs. Swung on and missed. That pitch is outside. Checking in over at first base. Stafford's in safely. One now to the catcher, Jack Hamilton. In there for a strike. Good pitch. 1-2 now. Buffaloes having to come down to the wire on their last strike. Runner on. Swung on and missed. He got him. Another strikeout for this Buffaloes offense. It's plagued them today.
At the end of the 4th inning, your score,
And that'll do it for the 4th inning.
MSU 4.
So it's 4-1 Metro after 4 innings of play here. The Roadrunners having their way right now with this Buffaloes offense. And now their offense will be up next.
We're lucky and just really pit them against each other because it brings out the best of them. And Shadur was really respectful, and he put it bluntly, as we saw in the clip earlier. He doesn't care where he goes because Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, was like 150. So that doesn't matter for him.
Yeah. Do we want to look at the potential teams that these quarterbacks could go to?
Yeah, so we have, we could have put any teams on here. Right now, pick number 1, Tennessee Titans. They might go with someone like Abdul Carter, a defense person. I think they move on from Will Levis. I don't know if they take Cam Ward. They're looking for someone with a really strong arm. That's exactly what Cam Ward is compared to Shadur. The Browns right now look to be the front runners, but maybe a team like the Titans move down and some wild card team comes in there. You have the Giants, you got the Raiders, the Jets. I put the Jets in here. They're obviously moving on from Aaron Rodgers. They might pursue someone like Sam Darnold, which would be funny because they just had Sam Darnold. Just all of these teams right now in a really cool spot because they're all talking about Shadur. The Raiders, Tom Brady was training Shadur a couple years ago. I'm sure he has his eyes on Shadur. It makes you wonder who they would target if else, because let's be honest, this quarterback class is really shallow. Beyond having Shadur and Cam Ward, that's kind of it. So I think it's interesting. More importantly, if both those quarterbacks go off the board, what teams like the Raiders and the Jets would do that right now need a quarterback.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting wherever we end up. We've got a lot to look forward to, and I think that sums up our Buff Banner for today. We're looking forward to seeing you guys back here next week. And that was Mia Driscoll and Nick Evans.
Wide receiver Jimmy Horn Jr. had an NFL.com grade of 5.85 after his combine performance. The speedster is also projected to be an average backup or special teamer in the league.
Top of the fifth now, it's the second baseman, Chris Wines, leading things off. Ryder Jacques still on the mound for the Buffaloes as he gets a swing and strike. Jacques eating those innings after Moreno got yanked early. He's done a good job working out of some jams. Now he's up 1 strike on Wines. That one's low. 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, flown out. Hoffman giving chase. He'll get under it and make the easy grab. So, quick 3 pitches and a quick out. Now for the Buffaloes, 1 down. It's Rodriguez. Now for Metro, he's an RBI off a sac fly. Little inside there, that pitch. 1-0. Lined up, and the pitch from Jacques, foul tip. Rodriguez tried to hold up, but it caught his bat, so now down 2 strikes. Hoffman, quick inning here for the Buffaloes would be great. Then get back in that dugout and look to get things going with the bats. Running out of time here as it's the 5th inning. Still a lot to work with, but you got to get something going here. Now the 0-2, low. 1-2 to Rodriguez. And that one's inside as well. 2-2. Jacques up 0-2 in his at-bat. Don't want to go down. That one swung on and fouled off. Still 2-2.
Yeah, Paxton, we haven't seen a whole lot of fouls from MSU this game, so starting to pick up a little bit. So this could be a turning point here for Colorado, maybe.
2-2 pitch coming to Rodriguez from Ryder Jacques. It's called strike 3 right on that outside edge. A great pitch from Ryder, and that's 2 down now for the Buffaloes. Rodriguez is retired.
Number 2, Jordan Berger.
Jordan Berger now. In there for a swinging strike. Ryder Jacques really finding it here in the last half of the 4th, and now here in the 5th. Bringing some good stuff right now. That pitch is outside to Berger. It's 1-1. Jordan Berger reached on air and then drew a walk. Came around and scored once as well. That pitch out to right field. Chasing after it is Dwyer. He'll have to get there. He will not. It's to the warning track and off the wall. It'll be an easy double, maybe more. He's trying to push it to a triple. The throw into third. Not there. And it's a triple for Jordan Berger. Wow, big swing out to that dead spot out in right center field where no one's there. And he put on the wheels and made it all the way around to third base. So, a triple for Jordan Berger It brings up Nick Armbrust, the first baseman. Armbrust with a walk and a swinging K. That pitch is inside for a ball. Haven't gotten a ton of big contact like that one that Jordan Berger just had. Been a lot of small ball today. That pitch is outside for a ball. And a lot of errors that have happened today. Still early in this season here. Pitch from Jacques swung on and missed. Armbrust was well late. Now it's 2-1. The pitch from Jacques. Swinging strike. Late again was Armbrust. 2-2 now. Ryder Jacques one pitch away from getting out of here and stranding Berger at third. Up and away. 3-2. A full count for Jacques and his adversary, Nick Armbrust. Big pitch coming up here. And it's outside. Coming home is Berger. That ball gets away, and he'll be safe at home. So another run for the Roadrunners. The lead is now 4. Jordan Berger with that big triple, then coming home on the wild pitch. Walking to first base is Armbrust, and it's now 5-1 Metro here in the 5th inning. Buffaloes will take a timeout. Coach will come out, talk with the infield, see if that'll be it for Jacques Day. It is. Solid innings from Ryder Jacques, but that big triple from Jordan Berger ended his day. It's Aiden Bartz, number 24, in there. He was warming up earlier. Back-to-back freshman pitchers for the Buffaloes. Bartz will have 2 outs, looking to get out of here. So Aiden Bartz coming in relief for the Buffaloes. A lot of names ending in Z pitching or in this game today, interestingly. Lawrence, Jacques ending with Z, Bartz ending with Z. And for Metro, Rodriguez, Nunez, Ramirez, Gonzalez. A lot of Z names. Very interesting. So 5-1 Metro as Bartz comes in. He'll have to face the 9-hole Garcia, who was an RBI today with a sac fly. The pitch for Bartz That one's high. One-0 pitch, run around first for Garcia. Throwing over to first. It's Bards, he's safe. Aiden Bartz, back to a more conventional pitcher. Overhand righty. That one's high. (2-0 now. Couple of strikes to start. Or a couple of balls to start, sorry. There's a strike as it's fouled back. Garcia now. Still up 2-1 in the at-bat. And solid today over the 2 games. Put a swing on that one. Looks like it might get down. It will. Right in front of Hoffman. And it's a single for Garcia. So now 2 on for the Roadrunners.
13, Aiden Henry.
Back to the top of the lineup. The 6th batter of this at-bat for the Roadrunners. Aiden Henry, the center fielder. Pitch from Bartz to Henry. And I believe that hit him. They're trying to decide whether it hit his bat or his helmet. They're going to say it hit his bat, so a foul tip. That's a pretty brutal one. Had that happen to me a couple times when I played. Just the worst feeling when you almost get killed by a pitch to the head, but you didn't get your bat down in time, so he's actually down a strike. Aiden Henry now, down 0-1. Gain the pitch from Bartz. Looping curveball is high. Little duck from Henry after that one whizzed by him. Definitely in the back of your mind every time that happens for the rest of the at-bat. Pitch from Bartz. 1-1. Swung on, out to the gap in left center, and not making the grab. Hoffman will chase after it. One run scores for the Roadrunners. Coming around again, it's going to be a triple, 2 RBI. Coming in to score was Armbrust and Garcia, and the Roadrunners blow it open. It's 7-1 Metro. Junior. So now Roger Richards Jr. looking to add on to this big lead for the Roadrunners. 2 completely different games here. 8-3 the final score in the first one, and now the Buffalo's down 6. That pitch is high, and it's a wild pitch, but holding up at third base was Henry, threatening to come home. So it'll stay a 6-run game. Bartz now, after giving up that triple, and then a wild pitch. And then now in his chop 2, he's got to make a play here. He'll throw it over to Garcia first. And that'll do it. 3 outs. So the Roadrunners add on 2 more after a big triple from the leadoff man, Aiden Henry. And this is a wide open, or a big lead for the Roadrunners. It's 7-1 Metro.
March 21st and is at CSU Pueblo.
All these teams right now.
Not only are NFL analysts calling him the next Patrick Peterson, often comparing him with other corners like Darius Slay and Broncos legend Champ Bailey, but Hunter plays both sides of the ball unlike anyone else has seen in the NFL before. On the offensive side of the ball, Hunter's lanky, athletic build allows him to make extraordinary plays on the ball. His speed is also a danger for any defense. NFL analysts are comparing him to Odell Beckham Jr. and Devonta Smith. Outside of Colorado's two major stars, Jimmy Horn Jr. and LeJohntay Wester, are also on many teams' draft boards. Horn was Colorado speedster and sparkplug this year. NFL scouts like his quickness and versatility. Although Horn isn't the biggest guy on the field, his size and catch radius have analysts comparing him to Ray McLeod III and Antoine Randall L. For Wester, you may remember his season highlight, a Hail Mary catch against Baylor. Wester isn't a small guy, and many analysts say he plays bigger than his size, comparing him to Houston Texans speedster Brandon Cooks. For more on the Buffs Combine and results and draft projections, make sure to check out our football section at ScoBuffSports.com.
Excitement is high for the NFL draft as 4 Buffs are entering the 2025 draft. Here's what you should know. Travis Hunter is currently projected as the top prospect in the draft, but a couple teams in the top 5 picks need quarterbacks, meaning Hunter may fall past the first or second round pick. As of now, Hunter is favored to be drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars at the 5th pick. Shedeur Sanders is also among those in the top 5. Many mock drafts have him going second, if not first, in the 2025 draft. Jimmy Horn Jr. and LeJohntay Wester are the 2 other Buffs in the draft pool. Horn is looking like a day 2 or 3 guy. Many sources have been drafted in the 5th and 6th rounds. Wester is also a guy who impressed over the offseason, earning a combine invite. Wester is projected to be a day 3 pick.
The 5th inning for Colorado, number 8, Will Gorick.
So Will Gorick will pinch hit for Mason Bailey out in left field. Gorick was great in that first game. I believe 3 RBIs he had. As that first pitch is in for a strike. Gorick came in as a pinch hitter again in game 1. It was electric. Looking to replicate that here in game 2 as the Buffs need some runs. That pitch is low. Ball 1. One now to the pinch hitter, number 8. Swung on, high fly ball. Getting under it in left field. Challenged him for a second, but he was able to make the grab. So Gorick's retired. He'll be back to the top of the lineup, Nathan Hoffman.
Fielder, number 17, Nathan Hoffman.
Hoffman with strikeouts in both of his at-bats. Hoffman the leadoff. Swung on out to right field, but getting under it, Rodriguez makes the grab.
Right fielder, number 25, Colin Dwyer.
So an F9 for Nate Hoffman will bring up Colin Dwyer with 2 outs now. Buffalo's offense just kind of bleeding out. Can't really find anything right now. As Bobby Schmidt just been so great today. Pitch number 70 for Bobby Schmidt is outside. Ball 2. Dwyer also with 2 Ks today, 1 swinging, 1 looking. That pitch is inside, brushing back Dwyer. Bobby Schmidt at 71. .30 pitch. No swing as could have guessed, and in there for a strike. Dwyer now working with a 3-1 count. Pitch from Bobby Schmidt. Swung on out to third base. Grabbed by Gonzalez to throw over. And they get the out. Arm brush to first base. He came off the bag to make the grab, then put a tag on Dwyer. A good play from him. And that'll do it for the fifth inning.
MSU 7.
It's still 7-1 Metro. Buffalo's offense struggling here. It'll be the sixth inning after this.
Prospects to current players in the league. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter.
Meaning Hunter may fall past the first or second round pick. As of now, Hunter is favored to be drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars at the 5th pick. Shedeur Sanders is also among those in the top 5. Many mock drafts have him going second, if not first, in the 2025 draft. Jimmy Horn Jr. and LaJohntay Wester are the 2 other buffs in the draft pool. Horn is looking like a day 2 or 3 guy. Many sources have been drafted in the 5th and 6th rounds. Wester is also a guy who impressed over the offseason, earning a combine invite. Wester is projected to be a day 3 pick in the 6th or 7th round.
Now it's time for our trivia question. Colorado sent 4 players to the NFL Combine this year. When was the last time 4 buffs were attended the Combine? Stay tuned to find out later in the show. Before we look at coverage of the women's basketball tournament in Kansas City, let's look at the past week of games for the women leading up to them. Last Saturday, Colorado women...
Top of the 6th inning now. Metro up 7-1. It's the third baseman, Elias Gonzalez, leading things off. Aiden Bart's still on the mound for the Buffaloes. 9 pitches for him. The 10th. He is in there for a strike, a quick fastball. It came in hot. Looking quite chilly here. The sun's gone down now. The light's the only thing illuminating the field. Pitch from Bartz is out to left field. And the catch is made by Will Gorick. 1 down.
Designated hitter number 12, Manny Nunez.
It will be Nunez, now with 1 out for the Roadrunners. Pitch from Bartz. That one's low, kicking away from the plate, 1 ball. One out to Nunez. Had a great day here in this 6-run ball game. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2. The pitch from Bartz. That one's high. So 3-0 now for Nunez. Nunez already has a walk today. The 3-0 pitch. Not swinging as Nunez, and it's high. So a 4-pitch walk now to Manny Nunez.
Second baseman number 23, Chris Wines.
Chris Wines up now. Second baseman has been playing all day, as has Nunez. Swung on and missed. A good pitch there. Bart's up 0-1 to start this at-bat. The 0-1 pitch is low, bouncing off the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike now, the Winds. Rodriguez on deck for Metro. Aiden Barge with the pitch. Runner goes, and no throw down to second. Sliding in safe is Nunez. Nunez with, I believe that's his 4th stolen base of the day. He's been a danger out there on those base paths. That pitch is a ball, so it's 2-1. Aiden Bartz delivering the 2-1, looking over at Nunez, dancing out there. Nunez goes. The throw over to third is in time. Nunez put on a swim move. It was a good one, too. It was almost in there, but a great throw from Hamilton was well ahead of Nunez, and Biberoche put the tag on. So, 2 outs now. They take care of Nunez, who's been a pest out there on the base paths. And now they only have Chris Wines to think about. As that pitch is sent out to left field, it'll drop for a base hit. Gork picking it up out and left, and it's another single for Chris Wines. It's a good thing they got Nunez out there with the caught stealer. That would have been another RBI. So now it's Rodriguez. Rodriguez with an RBI of his own with a sac fly earlier in the game. Runner on first from Metro. The pitch from Bartz. Rounds outside, getting away from Hamilton and moving up his Wines. Another wild pitch and another free 90 for Metro. Wild pitch has been an issue today for the Buffaloes. And now Wines is in scoring position for Rodriguez. Wines is quick too, as is this whole Metro team. The pitch to Rodriguez. Swung on. Out to Stafford, out of short. The throw to first is not there. The ball is in the dirt, and Garcia couldn't make the dig. But I thought that he might have picked it up in time with his glove, but not to the field ump. So safe is Rodriguez, and now it's runners on first and third. This inning will continue. Buffalo's just really struggling to end innings when they need to end them. This one rolls on. It's Jordan Berger now, who had that big triple, 2 RBI triple earlier in the game. Now he's got some more base runners to work with. Swinging strike from Berger. Oh, 1 to Jordan Berger. Pitch from Aiden Bartz. Runner goes, and they will throw down, and oh, the pitch was there. So run's going to score. The throw down to second was there as Rodriguez was not even close to being in time with the bag, but unable to make the dig and swipe over his left hand in time was the second baseman, Lesh. Ball got behind him into center field, and then scoring was Wines from third. So another run added on for MSU. It's 8-1. This game is just getting away from the Buffaloes here on this Saturday. 7-run lead now. As that pitch was fouled off, it's 1-2 to Jordan Berger. Runner back at scoring position for Metro. It's Rodriguez out there on second. The pitch to Berger is going to be to Stafford. Stafford, throw to first is catch made with the body by Garcia. Good play by him. And that'll do it for the 6th inning. Garcia with a good dig. Catching with his bare hand, in fact, pinning it against his body. Solid play. So, 8-1 Metro. After the top of the 6th inning, the Buffaloes will have 6 outs to work with when we come back.
This week's Big 12 tournament. Due to the road loss to the Texas Tech Lady Raiders, the Buffs rallied to force overtime, led by 21 points by Lyric Garzon. However, CU couldn't keep pace with Red Hot Raiders squad in the extra period, falling by a score of 83-79. The loss bumped Colorado's final regular season record to 18-11 and 9-9 against conference foes.
While CU's women's hoops season is coming to an end, the Buffs got some Big 12 honors. Frida Foreman and Jade Masagayo each earned all Big 12 honorable mention for their play this year. Despite injuries, Frida Foreman led the team in scoring this year with 12.5 points per game, with Masagayo averaged 12.3.
The Buffs' Big 12 tournament run has come to a close earlier this afternoon. Our crew out in Kansas City has all the coverage from this week. Take it away, guys.
By the Buffs getting a 12-point deficit down to 3 in the final moments, they ended up taking a loss to the TCU Horned Frogs in the Big 12 tournament quarterfinals today, 69-62. The Buffs got off to a hot start in the first half, gaining a quick 8-point lead, knocking down their first 7 shots. Jay Masagawa in the first half also had 14 points on 7 for 7 shooting and finished with 22 points. The second half, at least the start of the second half, was a little rough as the Buffs only scored 8 points in the third quarter, and we're down 12 at the end of the third. But Kennedy Sanders had 9 points in the fourth quarter, 9 of her 11 points in the fourth quarter, and helped out the Buffs go on a 12-2 run over 5 minutes after Sedona Prince picked up a 4th foul, forcing her to sit. The Buffs traded buckets in that fourth quarter for a while before TCU kind of just pulled ahead. And the Buffs also had 0 field goals made for the last 3 minutes of the game, resulting in the loss. The Buffs now look ahead to...
So now the Buffaloes have some work to do. They're down 7 here in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Andrew Garcia, the first baseman, starting things up. Garcia with only 2 at-bats today. He was a walk and a single. Pitch coming in is in there for a strike. Garcia down 0-1 to start this at-bat. Bauerschmidt still out there as that pitch is popped up, looking to get under it. And the catch is made by the left fielder for Metro.
Designated hitter number 20, Luca Genovese.
Some more weak contact caused by Bauerschmidt, who's just been outstanding today. Haven't given the Buffs anything. So it'll be Genovese looking to be a spark plug and perhaps get things started for the Buffaloes, trying to dig into that lead. 7 runs is a lot, but it's baseball. Anything can happen. Genovese struck out looking his last time up. That pitch is high, 2-0 now. The 2-0 coming from Bauerschmidt. That breaking ball is high again. 3-0. Maybe this is a start for the Buffaloes. Genovese can draw this walk or find a way on. He swings at the 3-0 and it's popped up into the air. Gonzalez is under it. He makes the easy grab. Swinging on 3-0 is Genovese. And not sure.
Number 7, Richie Bibero.
Not sure swinging 3-0. Best decision there. As when you're down 7, you just got to find ways on. But still, he gets out. And it'll be Biberosh up now. He's also 0 for 2 today. Pitch number 80 on the way from Bauerschmidt. Throwing a lot of pitches, but still just dicing up this Buffalo's offense as that one's in there for a strike. Oh, 1 now to Bibaroche. Swinging at that one, driven out to center field, but right at Henry out in center, and that'll do it. Buffs go 3 up, 3 down in the 6th inning. So still 8-1 Metro. This game's getting away from CU. We're heading to our last inning of this long day of baseball coming up.
Some more postseason play, maybe making the March Madness, as J.R. Payne said in the press conference. She's got a pretty strong pitch, but if not, the NIT is going to come. So I'm Xavier McNevitz with Scope Buff Sports here from the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City.
This past Sunday, the Buffs fall 65-56 to the Kansas State Wildcats. A real chance to gain their first on-the-road conference win got destroyed as cold shooting early and turnovers derailed their chances. The Buffs' leading scorer, Julian Hammond III, was scoreless but exited the game early due to a lower back issue. Although Buffs didn't pull through, R.J. Smith went 5 of 8 from the field, scoring 11 points. They drop 11-18 overall and 2-16 in the Big 12 matchups after this loss to the Wildcats.
On Wednesday, the men's Hoopers took a trip to Lubbock, Texas to face the number 9 Texas Tech Red Raiders. The Buffs lost this about 91-75. In the affair, TTU's JT Toppin had an outstanding night. He logged 30-point triple-double, grabbing 14 rebounds for the Buffs. Their shooting struggles are what harmed them. The Buffs only made 3 of their 14 threes in the game. Colorado did keep the game close multiple times throughout the first half, but Texas Tech shined in their efficiency from 3, giving them a comfortable lead for most of the second half.
Well, it's almost here. The sun is setting on the 2024-2025 season for the Buffs as they will host the TCU Horned Frogs this Saturday at 2 p.m. in the Event Center to cap off a rather disappointing season. The Buffs come into this game searching for a bounce-back win after suffering a 16-point loss to ranked Texas Tech on Wednesday. They currently sit dead last in the Big 12. 11-19. So while a win might not change the standings, the final game of the season is a chance for the Buffs to put a rough and disappointing season behind them and end their regular season with a W. TCU currently sits at 16-14 on the season and 9th in the Big 12. As they come into their last game of the season after suffering a close defeat at the hands of the Baylor Bears, TCU was also the victor in a convincing 68-57 victory in their last matchup with the Buffs earlier in the season. The Buffs are going to have to focus on limiting the turnovers, playing strong defense, and having strong offensive production.
First baseman number 0, Nick Armbrust.
Armbrust up now for Metro here in the top of the 7th. Buffalo's looking to get out of here with a 0, make it only a 7-run game as they will try for a 9th inning rally. The first pitch to Armbrust is a ball. Pitching out for the Buffaloes is number 30, Wayne, in there replacing Bartz. That pitch is swung on and missed. Foul tip into the glove of Hamilton.
What's Wayne's first name?
Pitch from Wayne. Outside. A little high, maybe 2. The pitch to Nick Armbrust is swung on out to Stafford is short. The throw over in time. Armbrust retired. 1 out. I'm sorry, that's Charlie Lesh, I believe, out there playing short, making that throw. Yeah, Lesh and Stafford switching positions. Lesh was fired up after making that throw to first. I was wondering, you would think that Judge Stafford wouldn't be so excited after a routine play like that. Now it makes sense. Lesh is out there playing shortstop. Judd is second base. So 1 up, 1 down for Metro. Wayne with a solid start. That pitch is high. The 1-0 pitch now to Garcia is in there for a strike. Garcia coming off of a single. His last at-bat, he has a couple RBIs today. Swings and misses at that pitch. It's 1-2. Getting late here. Sky now completely black. Starting our day here at 2 p.m. at Scott Carpenter. That pitch drilled over to the left side and well foul.
Nearly hit the fire department over there. Looks like it only made as far as
Buffalo's
the
won their
bag
first
cages.
game 8-3. And now this game, quite the opposite. It's 8-1 the other way. Wayne now with a 1-2. Inside. CU dugout liked it, but not the home plate umpire. That was an inside pitch. One, two again. Or I'm sorry, 2-2. 2-2 from Wayne. Swing and a miss. He got him. A nice pitch from Wayne, and we got 2 outs now. We'll head back to the top of the order with Aiden Henry.
Number 13, Aiden Henry.
A K in the book for Wayne. Here's Henry now. That pitch is a ball getting away from Hamilton. And credit to Hamilton. I mean, playing 2 full games of catcher is not an easy task at all. So credit to him for, being down there in that squat position. My knees couldn't take it. Pitch from Wayne. Swung on out to center field. Chasing after it is Hoffman. But the grab is going to be made by Judd Stafford, the second baseman. Calling off Hoffman in center and making the grab out of position. So that'll do it for the top of the 7th. Buffalo's down to their last 3 outs of this ball game. They need to make up 7 runs. We'll see if they can do it. And it'll be up after this.
To limit TCU's chances at a win. This is also the final game before the Big 12 Conference Tournament begins, so victory here for the Buffs could provide some much-needed spark and momentum to end the season. This season will ultimately be one that the Buffs will want to forget, but with a potential win against TCU, at least the regular season can end on a W. Expect all players from both teams to give it their all, so for one last time this regular season, let's support our Buffs in ways to victory. Once again, the tip-off will be on Saturday at 2 p.m. on ESPN+.
The men's Big 12 tournament starts on March 11th. CU will be the 16th seed and have to face the 9th seed in the first round. With a weekend of games left, it's unclear who exactly that 9th seed will be. The path to the championship includes going through number 1 seeded Houston. But hey, if we win the Big 12, we get a ticket to the big dance. So good luck to our men's team.
The women's lacrosse team played in Boulder for the first time this season and picked up a 12-6 victory over the Army Black Knights for the team's first win of the season. Captain Madeline Pisani tallied her 100th career point while recording a hat trick, while Maddie Shoup put up a hat trick of her own. The Buffs had a big lead early, then slipped a bit after halftime, but they put together a strong fourth quarter to pull away at the end.
Last week's win over the Army wasn't the only good thing for the Buffs lacrosse team, as Jess Peluso won Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week honors, and Elena O won Goalkeeper of the Week. This is the 3rd time Peluso has won Conference Defensive Player of the Week, with the previous 2 instances happening in the Pac-12. In previous years, she led the defense in the win against the Army with 7 draw controls, 2 ground balls, and a forced turnover. O, in her second career appearance, posted a .667 save percentage while only allowing 6 goals against the Black Knights to earn Goalkeeper of the Week. Next up on the schedule for the Buffs is number 5 Michigan. This will be the 5th consecutive ranked opponent. Colorado will face to start the 2025 season. The squads faced up in Ann Arbor a year ago, and the Wolverines got the best of the Buffs, 13-8.
So up now for the Buffaloes, here in the bottom of the seventh, that's Cash Mardoz. He'll look to potentially get a rally going as the first pitch from Bauerschmidt's in there for a strike. Bauerschmidt looking to complete the complete game and do the same that Will Shine did in game one as he had a complete game. That one's low. It's 1-1 now to Mardoz. Bauerschmidt been incredible. Not very many hits against him and a lot of weak contact. Just the Buffs haven't found him out all day. Mardoz now with a 1-1. That pitch is high. Two-one pitch coming from Bauerschmidt. Low, the breaking ball. 3-1 now to Mardoz. Mardoz, a Colorado native from Evergreen. Looking to find his way on base here. Swinging at that one, driving to left, and it'll drop for a base hit. Solid piece of hitting from Cash Mardoz. And we'll see if it started something up here.
Number 3, Zach Andrews.
Zach Andrews now coming in to pinch hit. That pitch is outside to Andrews. It'll be all pinch hitters here as Tunks is up there in the on-deck circle. Tunks. The 1-0 pitch to Zach Andrews. Swung on and gets past the first baseman. Coming around to third base is Mendoza. He's in there safely. And a solid piece of hitting from another pinch hitter, Zach Andrews.
Everybody please put a thumb in the air.
It'll be Tunks, the pinch hitter for the Buffaloes now. Both pinch hitters before him with a couple of solid hits. It's Klein Thomas, or Thomas Klein, I'm sorry, on the on-deck circle, keeping this trend of pinch hitters going for the Buffaloes. Everyone getting a piece of hitting today. We'll see if they can get anything going, dig into this 7-run lead, at least win the inning. Metro coach talking things over as we deal with these lineup changes here late in the game. The big 2-3 looking to find a way on. Split base runners for him. That pitch is outside from Bauerschmidt. 1-0. Pitch number 90 on the day from Bauerschmidt. In there for a strike. One and one now. In there for a strike. Buckley needs Tunks. That was a good curveball. 1-2 now. No outs. Runners on first and third. Late in this blowout ball game. Swung on out to center field. And getting under it is Henry. Easy catch. But coming home is Mendoza. And the Buffaloes win the inning. They get a run here in the bottom of the seventh. It's 8-2. Yeah. So Tommy Klein now
Number 1, Tommy Klein.
in for the Buffaloes, pinch hitting. The RBI there goes to Tunks, and Tommy Klein, not sure what we're doing here. We'll go have a chat with the Metro coach. Might just be a lineup thing. Bobber Schmidt. That pitch is high. One-0 pitch. And it almost hit him. Tommy Klein got out of the way there. His dugout on cue tells him to wear it. Two-0 now to Tommy Klein. Swung on a missed. Fastball in there, so 2-1. That pitch is away. 3-1. Tommy Klein with the 3-1. Fouled off. It'll be a full count now. Bobber Schmidt had his way today with full counts. Been a huge part of this big win for Metro, barring any unforeseen 6-run comeback from the Buffaloes. The pitch is in there for a called strike 3 on Klein. So 2 outs now for the Buffaloes.
Number 17, Nathan Hoffman.
Final out now for the Buffs. They get back to the top of the order. Nathan Hoffman, 0 for 3 today. Not the day he wants. See if he can end the day with a solid piece of hitting here. That pitch is low. 1-0. One to Hoffman. Swung on and missed. 1-1 now to Nate Hoffman, who swings over that pitch. Buffaloes down to their last out. Another swing and a miss. Got him on the curveball. And Bobber Schmidt now 1 strike away from completing the CG. Could have back-to-back CGs here, one for each team, as that pitch is to the shortstop and an easy play at second base. That'll do it. Roadrunners win. The final score here today, 8-2 at Scott Carpenter Park.
Colorado 2, MSU 8.
Leo Bobberschmidt with a complete game. 102 pitches and just dicing up that Buffalo's offense. Really, they had no answers today. On the other side, in game 1, Will Shine with the CG. They won that game. 8-3 did the Buffaloes. So, with this Saturday game, couple games here on this Saturday, it is 1-1 do the Roadrunners and Buffaloes split them. We'll have a series decider tomorrow. That game's at 2 p.m.? Yes, 2 p.m. here at Scott Carpenter Park. That game will be aired here on ScoBuff Sports. Or sorry, that game's at noon. Yes, noon is that game. Noon here on ScoBuff Sports will be game 3 of this opening series, home opener series between the Buffaloes and Roadrunners. That'll be it for us today here at Scott Carpenter Park. I'm Paxton Haynes with Kieran Warger, my color guy, and Nick Evans, our producer. We've had a great day out here calling some baseball and bringing you some great games here in Boulder. We will see you for Game 3 between the Roadrunners and Buffaloes tomorrow. Good night.